Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 15 of the Vinylmation Kingdom webcast. It is December 27th, 2014 and we have got lots of Vinylmation news from you for this week. Basically we've just had Christmas and it was I had a lovely Christmas, lovely day off, lots of turkey and roast dinners and white chocolate and all the rest of it. Christmas, who can't beat that? But yeah, there's been quite a few releases this week. First off, let's kick off with a few of the quick, simple items. Kicked off first off with the 2015 Eachez. Now, these were released online at DisneyStore.com. However, they seem to have been delayed once again at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Slightly strange that they went online first, but it's not uncommon at the minute with things being delayed. So they are all limited release. They're going to be available throughout 2015, so I wouldn't worry too much about rushing out to get them. They're not limited edition size or anything. Here at Walt Disney World Day, we have the Donald Duck figure, and inside we have the variant, and on the back of this figure we have, let's just find the picture here. There we go. So as you can see on the back here, it actually says Walt Disney World on the Mickey Mouse, and on the Disneyland version, which you can see here with Goofy, he has Disneyland written on the back. So that's the variance. It's a 9 out of 10 chance you're going to get the common with a 1 in 10 chance of getting the Mickey. Kind of makes it a little bit interesting having the variant a completely different character. We're going to see a lot of that in 2015. I love both figures. Thankfully, I've got two lovely people picking them up for me on either side of the coasts. I'll get them hopefully when they come out. I love the Goofy overall with the Buzz Lightyear, but I think the Donald one myself is probably without doubt my favourite of the two figures. Anything to do with Donald Duck. I like the 2015 in the ears is maybe slightly a little bit too much, but this figures, they are primarily aimed at tourists going to the parks who want to remember the year that they went. So that is what those figures are all about. They look pretty cool. I love them. So that is the Eachez. So we'll have some information on when they will be available soon at the actual parks, but the fact that they're online isn't going to mean they're going to be too far away. Another big release of the week on Friday was the new Ant-Man Marvel Eachez. These are limited edition size 2,500. The variant is 1 in 10, so there's 250 of the variant version. And they were released online, and surprisingly they sold out really quick, and they're also released at D Street in Walt Disney World and in Disneyland. Now for me, I love this figure. I must admit I'm not too familiar with Ant-Man. He's one of the Marvel characters I'm not usually so... I've not really read any of the Ant-Man comics. He wasn't really that strong. I don't even remember him in any cartoon when I was a kid. So he's a new character for me personally. I know he's been around for a long time. But what's interesting is we have a new Ant-Man movie coming out in the summer. This is all tied into the Marvel universe. So we're going to see a lot more of Ant-Man in the future. It's got Michael Douglas in. And basically there's two guys wearing their costumes. So that's why there's two completely different outfits. We've got, I think it's Scott and Henry. There's two different kind of characters. So that's why they've done it with this. It's really interesting. I'm surprised they've released it today or this week. I would have thought they would have kept this and held on to this for when the movie came out. I think releasing it 6 months before the movie has maybe some people, if you're like me, who maybe aren't so aware of it, it's really very die-hard Marvel fans are going to get out of it. And I think that's what's maybe going to slow this one down. 2,500 is a lot, but when you put it with Marvel, there's a lot more broader audience who are interested in these kind of figures. So I'm enjoying it. I've had one picked up for me in Disneyland, and I will have a video unboxing when I get hold of that one. So I'm really not sure. It's that kind of thing of, again, this is one of those figures where I actually would want, if I got the variant, I'd still want to go out and make sure I got the common as well. But I'd just be happy to get either of them. I actually think, I prefer, it's that kind of thing. I think with Thomas Scott, he does a great job sometimes of doing these sort of faces. I think it works. They work very well for the Marvel because they're much more human based, and I think that's what tends to work pretty well. And then we have the really big news of the week, which was the surprise release of the 101 Dalmatians series. Now this series was released in the UK and Europe online. Complete surprise release. Wasn't expecting it suddenly. Reports coming back through that it was up on the UK website. I've ordered a couple of blind boxes, so they are currently being dispatched to me. Obviously, with the Christmas period, got slightly delayed. Odd. I think that's the big thing. Because it just dropped on a random day, a day before Christmas, and there's not really been an announcement. There has been reports that some of the Disney stores in the US have been getting this set in. I think one in Tampa had got one. So they are probably due out in the US any given day. They could be out Monday next week, or they could be out in the next couple of weeks. I'm expecting them to drop any minute. It does seem rather odd that the UK have got these slightly earlier. Maybe they got delayed in the US. Maybe the UK went a bit early. Same thing pretty much happened to the Christmas Carol series. As far as this series goes, I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's the most it's not very unique. It's the fact they've got 4 Dalmatians in it is probably exactly what people want. It's a 101 Dalmatian set. People are going to want the dogs. I don't like the slanted faces too much myself. I do like the fact that they've used the furry friends arms on these figures. And just in general, there's been a bit of a sort of a lukewarm reception to them. People aren't too keen on the way they've done Roger. I mean, he looks pretty good with the neck piece there when it's on a sort of a picture, but how it's going to translate to a 3D version is going to be slightly odd. I do like the Cruella de Vil figure. The Chaser, we don't yet know what that one is or if there's any variants for this set. The fact that there's a Disney Store release, it does mean it ties in with the re-release of the movie. It was actually on over the weekend here in the UK on BBC, for which I set to watch. But yeah, I think the 101 Dalmatian set, I think it's going to be around a little while. The fact that it's a Disney Store release probably means they've maybe gone over the top on production, but we don't yet know. For me, it feels very, very safe, but that doesn't always necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Fans of the movies are going to want to put them out, get the hold of the dogs. And I just think it's a really cool set. I do like the fact that they've tied in a whole blind box series in with the re-release of the Blu-ray and DVD. I think this is what we're going to see a lot of. We've got the Cinderella, and we've also got Peter Pan coming out this year for that very same reason. I think as well now, the only thing that I can think of with the 101 Dalmatians is because we've already seen a lot of the characters already on a Vinylmation. We've already had Cruella de Vils, we've already had a number of the dogs. It does take away the specialness. It's not like something that we've really kind of seen out of nowhere. Also, last Saturday we did see the release of the Olaf Disneyland Paris warm hugs, warm t-shirt, jumper. Trying to get that out. That came out in Disneyland Paris. It is a limited edition size 3024. It's open window. I've got some on the way to me soon, and there's a slight little hint of the fact that I'm actually going to be giving one away on the channel once I get hold of it. So that's a little sneak preview to a giveaway that I'm going to be running. Yes, I've purchased an extra Olaf, literally just to give away to one of our fans, but I'll be giving out information on that. I think once we hit over a certain number on the YouTube channel, which will be very, very soon, that will be my plan to give that one away as a special treat. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up as well, that really helps us as a channel. They've got 2015 is literally upon us. Next week's will be the first episode of 2015. If you're on iTunes, remember to hit the subscribe to get the audio version of that. Check us out at VinylmationKingdom.com. Lots of exciting things planned for 2015, and we're going to continue to give you the best Vinylmation coverage we possibly can, and these webcasts are all part of that plan. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking us out at this on VinylmationKingdom.com. I wish you all had a lovely Christmas. Hope you got loads of Vinylmations. Be sure you can, comment below with what you think of this week's new releases, etc. And I shall see you guys next year. Hey, so have a wonderful new year, and hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you very much for watching, guys.